I've owned the Deity Pocket Wireless audio system for 6 months now. At first, I loved it, but after learning more about audio, I've realized it has one fatal flaw. Now, I'm not sponsored in any way by Deity. They don't even know who I am. It'd be super cool if they found this video though. So my opinion is not influenced by anything other than my own experience. At first, the Deity Pocket Wireless seems just like a better and cheaper version of the Rode Wireless Go. It has all the same features, is $30 cheaper, and comes with way more stuff. But let's get more into exactly what it does. The Deity Pocket Wireless allows you to transmit audio directly to the receiver, which you would then plug into a recorder or your camera using the 3.5mm jack. You can use the microphone built into the transmitter, or use the 3.5mm jack in the transmitter to plug in your favorite microphone. The Deity Pocket Wireless comes in a soft hard case that I just love. It has these foam cutouts for the transmitter and the receiver and a lid organizer for all your cables. Oh, and it also comes with a lav mic, which is kinda confusing considering one of the selling points is the microphone built into the transmitter, but considering clipping that thing onto your shirt is really ugly, I'm glad they threw it in. The package also comes with a charging cable, a USB-C to USB-C cable, and a USB-C to 3.5mm cable. Now, this 3.5mm is a smart 3.5mm jack. That means it's both TRS and TRRS compatible, so you can plug it into your phone or your camera without worry. I took most of these cables out though, so I could fit in other things into this case, like my Deity D4 Mini. The system itself is very easy to use. Just flick a power switch on both devices, press a button to pair them, and you're good to go. And the battery life's amazing. I haven't run any exact tests, but I've used these things continuously for at least 10 hours, and I've never had an issue with them running out of battery. So on the surface, it seems perfect. What could be its fatal flaw? Well, for that we'll have to understand some audio engineering basics. The Deity Pocket Wireless transmits 24-bit audio. This means, like any other audio, other than 32-bit flow, you have to properly set the gain. Basically, you need to set the input levels on your recording device so that the audio levels are peaking around -12 and -6 dB. If you set the gain too low, your audio will be too quiet. If you set the gain too high, you'll clip. Which sounds like this! If your gain is too low, you can't just up the volume in post. This is because the near silent self noise that your microphone or recorder makes will also be boosted, making that self noise no longer silent. Basically, it sounds like this. This is the very basics of audio engineering, so many of you probably already knew that, but this is where things get interesting. The Deity Pocket Wireless has its own gain setting. This confuses me for a few reasons. 1. No microphone I use can reach -12 dB consistently. I even tried screaming into the occluded lavalier and I barely reached -6 dB. I should have been clipping. So just set the gain to max and then up the gain on your recorder, right? Well, that essentially does the same thing as upping the gain in post. Because the gain is already being set, it makes the self noise super loud. Now, I'm not an audio engineer. Most of what I just said is what I learned through my own experience. I could be wrong on the why, but what I do know is the outcome. And what that outcome is the Deity Pocket Wireless is basically unusable with any microphone that isn't right next to the speaker's mouth. What this means in practice is you can only really use the Deity Pocket Wireless in combination with a lavalier microphone. And while that may seem like its intended purpose anyway, Deity markets their V-Mic D4 shotgun microphone as something to be used in conjunction with the Deity Pocket Wireless. That's why I bought the Pocket Wireless. I don't use lav mics. This key bit of advertising nearly stunted my growth as a filmmaker. For the past 6 months, I thought my recorder was the issue because I couldn't find anyone on the internet talking about this white noise issue. But on a whim, I decided to run some tests to see if it really was the Deity Pocket Wireless causing this horrible white noise, and it was. I bought and sold 3 different audio recorders before giving up and conceding to the fact that I just needed 32-bit float to have usable audio. I actually wrote a whole first draft of the script talking about how much I love the Deity Pocket Wireless before I ran these tests. Then after I ran them, I scrapped the whole thing and started over. Now, I'm going to run some tests so you understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to use the settings that I found over the past 6 months produce the least possible white noise. I'll be using my Roland R05 as my recorder, and no audio processing other than loudness normalization. Each microphone will be placed either on my shirt collar if it's a lavalier microphone, or on top of my camera if it's a shotgun microphone. This is what the Deity Pocket Wireless built-in microphone sounds like. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the included lavalier sounds like running through the Deity Pocket Wireless. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the included lavalier sounds like running straight into my recorder. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the Deity D4 Mini sounds like running through the Deity Pocket Wireless. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the Deity D4 Mini sounds like running straight into my recorder. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the Audio-Technica AT835A line and condenser microphone sounds like running through the Deity Pocket Wireless. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is what the Audio-Technica AT835A line and condenser microphone sounds like running straight into my recorder. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. As you can see, other than the lav mics, the audio is borderline unusable, and the shotgun microphones are placed almost an arm's length away from me. I guess this is one instance where you get what you pay for. Now, I don't want this video to make you think less of Deity as a brand. I own their D4 mini shotgun and I absolutely love it. I think it's a great combination of price, form factor, and performance that I absolutely love. I'm probably going to make a video about it later on, just talking about how great this microphone is. Deity is a great brand that usually makes great products at competitive prices. This is just one instance where it seems they cut a few corners in order to make that great price. Subscribe if videos geared towards fellow film students interest you. And click here if you want to see my video about why I regret buying the Aperture MT Pro. And no, it's not because it's a bad product. Anyway, thanks for watching.